Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome from a wonderful lunch. So hopefully you guys have eaten well and you're ready to hear about software licensing. So I'm here, my name is Deonna Collins, and I'm here to present to you joint enterprise license agreements. Next slide. So just to give you a little bit of an overview, JELAs have been around since 2012. We have agreements currently with Microsoft, Adobe, and Cisco. But I want to give you some information on JELAs, what they are, some of the benefits that they offer. And so just to kind of start you off, we wanted to highlight some keynote areas here, such as the things that we offer, such as program management. Our office manages all of the licensing. So we work with our DoD partners to make sure that their licenses get better price points, such as if you notice on the slide, you have a cost avoidance of $9 billion since it started. Hurrah, right? So a lot of that price point comes from your discounts from your list price. We tend to get between 25 to about 95% off of our software licensing. We also get benefits such as like engineering support services, training, webinars, and different things like that. So I kind of wanted to give you guys an overview of what JELAs are, and it's basically where we do a contracting action to consolidate all of the DoD software enterprise licensing across the board, and we use that in order to get better pricing. Next slide. So I wanted to touch base on one of the JELAs that we have today, and that is our Cisco Software EA. Within this agreement, we offer our fourth estate members and COCOMs access to Cisco maintenance, Cisco software licensing, as well as engineering support services, and then also specific advanced services support, all in one contract. So this not only provides you with that cost savings, it also provides you with acquisition streamlined processes, where you won't have to go out and do a whole RFI or market research and different things like that, but you can come in with your requirement and you can streamline your acquisition process, therefore reducing your resource time on that effort. And some of the key points that I want to mention on the Cisco agreement is this agreement is in support of our fourth estate partners. It's also open to those who are DoD customers, so DISA customers. So DISA as a service provider provides support to their DoD partners, and therefore they are able to buy on behalf of their customers. So this agreement is a large agreement with a lifecycle value of about $744 million. Currently, Iron Bow is the contract holder for this agreement, and it is firm fixed price. Next slide. Some of the benefits that we get on there, some of the key points that I want to mention is, like I said, we have some 100% cost avoidance, such as we get unlimited access to DNA Advantage. This provides you to manage your Cisco equipment, and then you also get dedicated engineering support, along with learning credits and access to Cisco training and or certifications. If you also notice that we have our average discount for these products. So on this particular contract, we get discount ranges from 38 to 72%. Next slide. Our next agreement that we currently manage is Adobe. And Adobe is this contract, although it ends this year, we are working on a new effort. And so as we go from one contract to the next, we're also looking at future technology. Where is that company going in the future, and where is the department going in the future? And we try to make sure it stays in line with that. So as we do new efforts, we're also looking at new products to add so that we can migrate with technology. So some of the things that I want to highlight on this particular contract is we are receiving a 47 to, if you notice, 100% discount on our products. Now, part of that comes from the fact that we are consolidating our install base, right? We also bundle. So our enterprise product for this particular item is Acrobat Pro and AEM Forms. And when you do that, compare it to the list price. And oh, by the way, we get unlimited access to AEM Forms in the consumption. So when you go out and you look at that and you see what that price point is, it rounds out to about, we get 100% off on our AEM Forms, but we do pay for Acrobat Pro, but it is at a 95% discount. So this is a great way to show how we are saving our taxpayer money and how those people can then, those programs can then go and spend that money on other things that's important to supporting our mission. So, and this agreement has a life cycle cost of $179, and it is open to all of DoD. Some of the benefits we get out of this agreement is we do get that one-on-one consulting, engineering support, and our partners have been very good in providing that on an unlimited basis and working with our partners. And so although we do get it officially for 30 minutes, our partners have been very good at going above and beyond and getting that to us. And that just goes back to the program management aspect of what we do and having those good relationships with our industry partners. Next slide. And so we have Microsoft. Now, Microsoft, although is not currently a JELA, we used to have a JELA, but Navy now manages that particular contract. But we added it on here just to show for emphasis. We do manage it from a DISA perspective, but we get those same type of benefits here. We wanted to show that you get access to your enterprise skills, which gives you Microsoft certification. You get access to the training hub. You get access to additional upgrades at no cost. So again, we just wanted to emphasize the benefits that you get out of going to these agreements. Next slide. Now, I know all of you guys are wondering, how do I get a piece of that pie, right? Yeah, so we have a process that we do work with. So internal to the government, if your agency or program is interested in a product that you think would be valuable to have as a JELA, you just come to us and we talk about it. The things that we kind of look for is future requirements, is it prevalent across the department, and what is the typical cost or spend that's happening. Now, we do look at it from a higher perspective, like if you're spending over $100 million over the life cycle being 3 to 5 years. But there are times when, from a strategic standpoint, it still makes sense to do an enterprise agreement. So even though it might not hit that target for $100 million, if it's from a strategic standpoint, to get an agreement, it would be good to have one. So those are some of the things that we look at. Is it being used across the department? Does it have a future requirement for the department? And is our expected spend to be at that level? For those who are industry, that's also something for you guys to take note of as well. If you notice, most of our agreements, well, all of our agreements are software-based, but we do have services on there. We are looking at hardware for some things. We do have some that we do look at today. And we work with DoD CIO, we work with all of our partners to make sure that everybody's requirements are met. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, there's a mic back there and you can stand up at the podium. I told you everything you needed to know about JELAs. All right, well, thank you all very much. I'm glad that, yes. So yes, so it depends, right? Our Cisco software is fourth estate. Majority of the fourth estate is on that agreement. They do leverage it for their Cisco software. On Adobe, majority of DoD is utilizing that agreement as well. So when you have a requirement for Adobe, that's the vehicle of choice to use. It doesn't mean that competitors, if you have the requirement that they have to use Adobe, it's just if you have a requirement for Adobe, this is the contracting vehicle to use. You're welcome. Any other questions? All right, well, thank you so much for listening to me, and enjoy the rest of your conference visit.